Welcome back to Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We've been coming to you live from TD Ameritrade's LINC conference in Orlando, Florida. Now we're going to focus on advisory technology, trends, and innovation. Joining me is John Patullo. He's the Managing Director of Technology Solutions at TD Ameritrade. And Fava, she is the Director of Product Strategy at Development, also at TD Ameritrade. Thank you both for joining us live at the conference. Let's get right into this. Why is driving disruption through technology so important for our industry right now?
Yeah, driving technology. So I'm just going to focus on that word for a second because disruption is here, right? It's here in every industry, especially financial services. And you want to be driving it. You don't want to be sitting in the passenger seat, right? So I think taking control and embracing what's going on is really the most important thing that advisors can be doing for their businesses today, as well as for their lives, right? It's a full, we're here to fully immerse advisors in the technology experience to help their business and just to help them survive these times.
All right, and John, let's talk about some of the major tech trends that you guys expect to see in 2018.
Yeah, so as far as tech trends, we're seeing a lot around AI and big data. We just launched out on our Veil One platform the ability for advisors to see benchmarking data versus FA Insights, which is 13 years worth of advisor survey data. So advisors can see how they stack up in the industry from a performance perspective, growth, revenue, but really to help them improve their practices.
So it sounds like AI, voice-driven data is really here to stay.
Yeah, voice-driven data is a fun one. There's also other things that we're looking at outside of our industry. I think it's really important to focus on what's going on outside of your industry to understand what's coming next. So there's virtual reality, augmented reality that we're also looking at. We're paying attention to things like CRISPR that are impacting the medical field because that's going to impact longevity and then impact advice. So there's so many things also that's going on outside that we're taking into consideration at TD Ameritrade.
So how should firms be prioritizing their technology right now?
Yeah, right now we have a huge focus on the client experience. Along the lines of what Danny was saying around voice, so we're building tools on our Veil platform, allowing advisors to get more information directly through our platform versus having to pick up the phones and call their service team. So huge efficiency gains for our advisors.
All right, and with so much change constantly happening in this industry, I want to ask the both of you, what's one piece of advice that you would put out there for advisors?
Yeah, from our perspective, we're really focused on our open architecture and allowing advisors to work with the systems that best meet their needs. So our Veil Village behind us here is really shows off our power and how we've been able to integrate with a lot of vendors to drive those efficiencies for advisors.
We have over 80 vendors here today. Danielle, I'll ask the same question of you.
Sure.
What's the biggest piece of advice you would give?
My advice is be open-minded. Don't shut anything out. There are so many things that are so interesting and it's so easy to be a skeptic. Cryptocurrency, blockchain, these big promises, and just embrace it, understand it, and be open-minded.
All right, and you brought up open architecture. Why does that matter so much and when it comes to RIA technology and investment selections?
Yeah, so we work with over 5,500 investment advisors, independent advisors that want to be able to pick and choose the system that best meets their needs. They didn't want us as a custodian to dictate what we thought is best for them. So we wanted open architecture to allow them to have the best possible experience with TD Ameritrade.
So it's not just one size fits all. They can really design what works best for them.
Exactly. And I've heard it said that the smartest people don't work for you. And I think open access extends even far beyond technology. It's just getting an open source of really everything around you. And that's your best bet.
All right.
The nice thing is we don't have one development team working for us, and we have over 137 with all the folks behind us. So they do great work, and we're able to leverage a lot of the innovation that they're creating for advisors through our platform.
All right, John, Danny, thank you very much for joining us at the conference. Traders, thank you for spending the day with me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Market